Yo, it's your boy DBJ.
It's your boy Bo.
It's your boy AD.
It's your boy Tim.
It's your boy Brent.
And together we are
Views from the Sip.
Man, Bo, what you got for us, bro?
So what I had today was like, it's basically about men versus women roles, and when they suit them, that's when they want them. So traditionally, the man's supposed to work, make sure they provide, and then the women's supposed to cook, clean, and take care of the kids.
In a traditional sense.
In a traditional sense, and I'm trying to figure out, do we want those only when it suits us, or do we want them all the time? Because, nowadays, women make the same amount of money, so they don't have the same expectations as far as what they should and should not do. But for a man, it seems to didn't change. I'm still supposed to provide. So, for example, a woman, I think most women still expect their man to make more or about the same as them. Mm-hmm. And I think that's are you looked upon as lower than them, or they'll treat you differently?
If you don't make it.
And then one of the other things is a man doesn't expect that from a woman. He still doesn't care what she make. It's what do we actually look for in each other?
So basically what you're saying is the roles didn't update. So the women from that traditional sense, that era, mm-hmm. when they got into this modern era, their roles updated. It was I can work too. I can make money too. I can go to school, get education too. But as the guy, it's still the same. Mm. So it's are you saying the submissive thing?
Yeah. So basically, and then it comes to a point where women don't want to be submissive all the time. So they only want to be submissive when it suits them. So when
it comes to pay for the check, now you want to be submissive. You got it,
you got it.
But when I'm giving now you want me to hear you out, give your opinion and stuff like that.
I feel like guys the same way.
I think it's a double-edged sword. I think it's a double-edged sword because I feel like a lot of women, not speaking for all, but majority of women don't mind being submissive. They just want something to be submissive to. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So if the guy is not, she look at the guy blueprint and his blueprint all messed up. She's like, I can't be submissive to this because you're not leading me nowhere. You don't have nothing going for yourself. You just out here freestyling. So how can I be submissive and you don't have a plan?
You're not dominant enough.
So let me counter that. Yeah. Does the man get to do that?
Yeah.
That's perfect for what you're talking about because you're saying that in a sense, men don't get a say-so in that. We're still supposed to be the provider, supposed to be...
Yeah, so when you go on that first date, aren't you expected to pay for that?
Oh, yeah, you're definitely expected to. But I feel like...
Yeah, but if you want them to pay or if you want to go Dutch, you need to say that up front.
From the beginning. I feel like a lot... No, that's a good example. Because I feel like a lot of times, guys we want a lot of things, but we're scared. Our pride to verbalize that type of stuff. They go back to the last episode, or 2 episodes ago, when I was talking about this woman made a song said, I don't want no scrubs. A scrub is a man that can't get no love from me. Riding the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me. Mm-hmm. So she wrote a whole list of things that she does not want. And she was emboldened enough to make a song about it. Good. Make money off of it.
Great song, though.
It was a wonderful song. Everybody played it. But guys, if a guy come out and have a list of things he don't want, then he's considered sexist. He's considered insensitive. Weak. It's what you complaining for? You supposed to be the big bad man, right?
But that's what I mean, though.
That's what I'm saying.
It's beneficial, though.
That's what it's beneficial.
Men are supposed to be dominant. So you looked upon as weak, you're not gonna get nowhere with it.
That's my point, though. That's my whole point.
To be submissive, and they're not. Then they're defeating the whole purpose.
That's the same.
How can I be dominant if you barking back at me?
It's too dumb. It's hard to be two dominant people in one household.
Two people.
Yeah. But I disagree with AD when he spoke about most women, because most women for me are the women that I've come across.
Yeah, of course.
I can't speak for the women I ain't met, but for the women that I have met, most of them not submissive, unless it's beneficial. They spit a good game and they say if guys did this, and I feel like for most, again, when I say most, I'm talking about the guys the most. For the guys that I've met, most of them don't have to check off every box. They women don't have to check off every box. They got a key focus amount of boxes. Mm-hmm. And they okay, this is what's strong, this is strong, this is strong. And the rest of them, they can be a little bit, they can be medium, low. It don't matter. I don't really care about them as much. And as long as you fit those boxes, you good to go. Mm-hmm. They ain't gonna hassle you. But for women, they got all these boxes that they don't even give a fuck about. Because if you hear them list man supposed to take the trash out, cut the grass, he's your work, all this. Then if he do that, I'm gonna take care of him. I feed him every day. If I talk to that nigga, they don't feed him every day. And I know that the nigga is doing these things because if they wouldn't, they'd complain about him. Nigga don't take no trash out. Nigga don't take no trash out. That's on your box and shit. He out of here. Nigga don't want to work. Oh my God, the nigga don't want to work. I know he out of here. But if I turned around and asked that nigga, man, do this motherfucker be cooking for you every day? Because motherfucker was like, man, if a nigga do this, I'm going to do this, and this. I'm like, a lot of women don't even hold through. They don't hold up to the bargain that they set for themselves. It's cap.
In my life experiences, I think most of the women I've talked to submitted to me.
Yeah.
I don't feel like women are just, the women I've talked to were just outlaws or whatever.
And when I say submissive, I'm not talking about in demeanor. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just, okay, whatever you say, Austin.
No. You know
what I'm saying? I ain't talking about that. But I'm saying, like
they were willing to do things that I expected them to do.
Yeah. Like, and we all know ones who like half-ass don't follow through on the stuff they said they was gonna do.
They signed off on. They don't come through.
But, so,
but did they tell you that, or did they tell social media that? Because a woman telling the social media something, that don't mean she gonna do it for you.
No, social
if she told you that, then you can hold her to that. But she told social media, you can't hold her to that.
Social media, what they do on social media, because I know that's not.
But I'm saying, if she telling social media and she not with you yet, and then y'all get together because you thinking she gonna end up doing that type of stuff.
He's saying basically, if she said that to you personally, you could hold her feet to the fire and be like, "Hey, my box is not being checked."
Exactly. You said you was gonna do this to me. For me, you said you was gonna do this.
You said you was gonna cook every day. It's been a week and I ain't had a meal yet.
Nah, I'm talking about personals.
Oh, okay.
I ain't talking about what they do on social media. I don't hold no woman to what she puts on social media.
I don't either.
Because it's capped.
It's capped all the way out.
Ben, I think a lot of the problem lies in people don't really know what being submissive is.
Yeah.
So, like, it comes from Christianity. So, honestly, if you don't have any faith in Christianity, it don't really apply to you.
But a lot of people say the Bible needs to be updated.
And then too, I think
it can't. If you know more about the Bible, you know it is updated. You just have to be able to understand it. It like some of the stuff people read verbatim from the Bible and think it goes verbatim to now, but it's actually like a guidance. It's not direct. You do this, and then it's Old and New Testament. People don't understand that stuff either.
Yeah, a lot of the way that it's taught is antiquated. Mm-hmm. Like the farther we got on, the more we learned about the Bible. It's like, oh, we interpret that wrong. It wasn't that late, but that's a whole nother different story. Mm-hmm. But the term, just hearing the word submissive for a lot of people is like just turning. Because if the roles are reversed and they say, Austin, you have to submit. I'm like, submit? Like, the fuck, nigga, I ain't submitting. No. Like, the pride in me is on some, like, submit. What we doing? So I hate
the word choice.
The word choice, I feel, is what turned a lot of women off, too. It's like, especially our black women. You know, our black women strong. Our black women, you know, got a backbone. Our black women ain't to be fucked with.
And
so the word submit for them is like, it's kind of hard for me to submit. You might get the word
girls over there to do that shit, but I ain't doing that shit over here. Like,
it was me and my woman was coming back from Michigan, driving back from Michigan. I didn't know the vows when you get married. I didn't know the saying to the vows, so she started reading them out to me. And one of hers was like, you must obey your husband or something like that. I don't know word for word. But when I said obey, I was like, hold on, what they mean about obey? Because they're like, for you to obey somebody, that's like childish. Mm-hmm. So why would my wife be have to obey me? Like, just the wording of that is just sound wrong.
I know that why it says that too.
Okay, go ahead.
It's obey as it fit into the Lord. So like it's basically like, so the husband's supposed to love the wife as the God loved the church.
Okay.
So it's basically you're the guidance for her under the Lord. So you're following the terms of God. And then you're supposed to have guidance for her. So she should be able to come to you for godly guidance.
Yeah, so it's like
I get the last say so basically.
That's what I was gonna say. When I interpretate that, it's like we have a conversation, we discuss it, and if at the end of the day we still can't agree on something, the man of the household or the head of the household gets the last say so. Because like you said, it's supposed to be like that. The wife is supposed to submit to the husband is supposed to submit to the Lord. So it's like that's how it's supposed to go.
It's a brand. It's a tree.
Yeah.
People don't understand it's somebody above the husband. Yeah. Like we submitting to.
It's almost like if we all on this board Somebody is the president of this board that we're on for this company. We all talk and deliberate, but at the end of the day, the president has to decide on, okay, this is what we're going to do. Everybody on the board not going to be happy with what we decided on, but if the president said this is what we're going to do, the president has the last say so. And by you marrying him, that's basically you voting for your husband to be the president of your household.
So according to that, Slick, I see why some of these women are submitting in. It would take a while for me to submit to somebody in that way.
But wouldn't it be easier if you knew that person had a good track record of
it would be.
Household? That's why I say
you would have to see that over years' time, though. You can't just you wouldn't submit to somebody in 6 months.
But see, that's why I feel like you got to have good traits to show off. You know what I'm saying? That's my definition of the blueprint. It's like, you know what? While we was dating, he seemed really ambitious. You know, he had something going for him. He had X, Y, and Z. It's like, those are some good traits. Now, has he been married before? No, he haven't. But those are some good qualities I might like to see in a husband. So I think I might want to submit to that particular person. I think the problem is a lot of times women might submit to dudes who have like display a good blueprint, but when shit hit the fan, it might not be the same.
They don't realize they shouldn't have been submitting to him, so now it's just a bad taste in their mouth.
And it could be
when it comes to submitting, period.
And then too, I think a lot of times, just because you like that nigga, don't mean that that's the nigga for you. A lot of women have a type that they just like. Like, I like this particular person. That particular type might not be good for you.
Just like men. Men like have a certain type. Like niggas like when a woman talk back sometimes. Like
sassy.
And if you like that, you can't be wanting her to submit at the same time.
Listen, it's all fun and games when we just dating and you do little cute sass shit. But now we married and we having a real conversation. Like, and you got constantly yapping back. You like, that shit I thought was cute ain't too cute right now.
I'm older now.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie though. Since I'm getting married, premarital counseling helped me understand that more. Like the whole being submissive, and because I didn't know the whole what all went into the head of the household. So I do think it's not as easy as just submitting and being the head of the household. It's not that simple. So I think people look at submissive and think it's like just listen. No, he need to be actually following somebody too.
Yeah.
So it ain't
I do think a lot of times, anytime you get a little power, but sometimes you gotta be mature enough not to abuse that power. So just because you the head of the household and she's supposed to be submissive, don't mean you like, all right, shut up, woman, do whatever I say, go in there and clean, cook, do what the fuck I want.
I think that, like we were talking about the traditional roles and the modern day women.
Now, I agree with you about what we talk about
that. Really gonna go for that because a lot of women in today's society don't feel like the man is necessarily has to be the head of the household. And so by them feeling like, well, I can be the head of the household, I feel like I got better qualities to lead the house than you, even though you are the man, and I get how it's supposed to go, but in modern society, a lot of women don't feel like that's how it is.
But now, that's it's nothing wrong with a woman being head of the household. But women have to realize if they want to be the head of the household, they need to date somebody that's not as dominant.
I think that's the case too. And I feel like the reason a lot of those women now, the present woman feels like, I'm not submitting, I could be the head of my own household, is because they probably grew up in a household that was a matriarchy.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't a father in the house. It wasn't a granddad in the house. So I saw grandmama and mama handle the business.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if I grew up seeing that visualization, so now I want to be grandma not married, mama not married, a shit ton of kids, we all girls, and now I'm getting married. I have a visual to see. So it's like you grow up like being submissive. No, why I gotta be submissive?
I got this. I'm standing on my own.
Because I've seen a quote that actually says the destruction of the modern day African American household is the destruction of the husband.
Yep.
So
and it goes back to, he said the modern of. Go ahead.
No, the destruction of the modern day African American household is the destruction of the husband.
And they actually broke it down. I was actually watching the documentary. It was talking about this. It was talking about when they first introduced welfare. So a lot of the time, right during the 70s, a lot of people were struggling financially. Not just black people, black and white people. So it was like systematic the way they went in and like broke it down. So they said, we're gonna give you this financial help. We're gonna help you out. We're going to give you food stamps. We're going to give you stipends. We're going to give you housing vouchers and stuff like that. But it cannot be a man living with you. Because if it's a man living with you, why he can't do that? So a lot of times, a lot of families opted out to where it's like, well, I'll leave. That way we can get the help as a unit. So they started driving more and more men out the crib. More and more men stayed out the crib because it's like they didn't get off of the welfare. So now it's like a constant cycle of fathers and patriarchy men not being in the crib. So they grow up with their vision.
And I ain't gonna lie, I feel like as a man, you want to feel needed a little bit. Like, you ain't gotta necessarily be like, shit, everybody need me around this motherfucker. Without me, it ain't shit. You don't want to be like that, but I'm saying for your woman to be able to tell you because she got, in that time, because she got where, I can easily see that transition into modern day time. I don't need you. We good over here. Because I got this money. I'm sitting on the bag. And even today, when women are sitting on bags, they have that type of gusto. They have that type of attitude. Because, like, I don't need no man.
Because now they replaced, a lot of times it's not welfare. They replaced that with their own money. They own money. Yeah. I go to school. I got a job, which is honorable.
It is.
It's honorable, but at the same time, in a household, it makes the man, when she comes off like, I don't need you. It's not desirable.
It's not.
He feels like, well, what's my purpose? Because as men, a lot of us have that drive to be providers, to be help our household, to be the head of the household. So if you don't need me, a lot of them don't have a purpose, they feel like.
I got a little bit of a different take on that. When it comes to that, maybe I'm thinking about it in the future, but like, I don't want my woman to need me all the time because let's say I die or something like that. So I go out and I get sick, I'm in the hospital for a long time, whatever. I don't want her to feel like she couldn't do things on her own. No, like I want to know that she's able to.
I think you're taking it to the extreme.
Yeah, because
like I'm not going to that extreme nature of like I do everything in this household. Yeah, like I don't mind my mom working. I don't mind my woman making more money than me.
Yeah,
but what I'm saying is, it becomes a problem when you treat your spouse like they ain't shit because you making more money than them.
Yeah. And then people equate power with money.
You know what I'm saying?
So but that's like, society. But that's not a relationship. Yeah. You shouldn't equate power with money.
It has nothing to do with that.
Yeah, so it's like, I don't mind for example, one thing I do for my woman that I found out was an issue for when I was talking to another woman who considers herself a feminist. Mm-hmm. I pump my woman gas. When we are in the car together, I'm getting out, pumping the gas, no problem. Right. And so I was asking this person, I was like, what was the biggest difference, when you came out to the South? She was like, a lot of people do stuff for you here that we don't do where I'm from. Like, for example, like letting women go first, walking in the door, or like helping me pick up something heavy. Like, I'm strong enough, I can do it. And I had to explain to her, I was like, it's not that we're being disrespectful or like we think you can't. That's the privilege of being with me or around me. Like, so it's not like I don't think you're a weaker creature. Yeah. I know my woman has the ability to pump gas. That's just a perk of being with me, that you don't have to do that.
That's what I was talking about when I was talking about like I want her to feel like she needs me. Like, I don't get out and pump my woman gas. If she paying for it, if this her car or something like that, she pumping her own gas. Or like if it's something heavy, if it's too heavy, I get it for her. But like if it's something heavy, just go and pick it up.
But see, that's what I'm saying. I agree with AD when he's saying that. Like, it's not that I don't think you're capable of doing it. I would hope that if, like you were saying, even in the extreme case where I'm about to die, or I'm passing, or something happens to me, that my woman can hold it down on her own.
Yeah.
Not saying that without me, nothing works. Like, if I'm not in the car, she don't know how to pump gas. I'm not saying that, but it's a privilege for me to be like, hey, you good, I got this, I got this. Like, and I think even with like going to work, providing for your family, even I feel like people who go to the military not necessarily wanting to, but the idea of providing for their family, or a lot of people that's in the military to tell you that the only reason they were able to survive was because the idea of their family or their wife or their girlfriend or somebody back home. And so I feel like a lot of men have to feel needed by someone or somebody.
I just realized I think I'm thinking selfishly, because it's like, I don't want to just think I know that she's able to do it. I want to know she's able to do it. So if I see her doing it, I know she's able to do it. Not just if it came to it, she might be able to do it.
No, I'm just assuming my woman.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I'm not
making her incapable of doing it.
Not something as simple as pumping gas, but just other things.
I'm saying household. I'm saying whatever it happens.
When it comes to paying bills, or I think the woman that I choose to marry is fully competent at doing whatever task
that's
needed to be done.
Mm-hmm.
But by the sense of me being here, you don't have to do all those tasks, especially not alone. If I'm here, I can knock out some of this stuff for you. Not saying you can't do it, but that's a part of me feeling needed. You know what I'm saying? It's like, don't worry about it, babe. I got it. I'm going to take care of this.
Vice versa. Because I'll say this shit all the time. Like, let's say my woman get mad and she say, well, I ain't cooking then. Mm-hmm. And then I look back and say, I don't give a fuck. I know how to cook. Mm-hmm. It was a privilege for her to do that. I don't necessarily need her to do that. I like when she does it.
Yeah. And it's a two-way stream. We need each other.
We need each other.
Yeah.
You allow, especially, that's what I'm saying. That's what makes things so crazy to me. Even in modern day, I look at it like this. You allow me to be more comfortable doing things that I enjoy or that I want to do. If I want to start my own business, because of you being here, I'm able to do that. Because financially, I'm comfortable enough, we're comfortable enough where I can do that. I can say, well, I know we good on the bills, you know what I'm saying? We both got money, so if I want to just decide to do something extra with the other money that I have, I can do that. But I'm doing that to benefit the both of us.
I don't feel like either one needs the other. Maybe that's the thing.
And see,
no, because it's like when you single, you're not just looking to a man to do stuff. When you single, you're not looking for a woman to do stuff. So it's like when you get together, it's not like y'all need each other. Y'all just want to be together.
You're not single though.
No, you're not single anymore.
But you just want to be together though. That's the problem. That's the point. You're not needing the other person.
So like this, I feel
if you go long enough, you might get into a point where this is a habit of you relying on somebody else. That's when you might need them. Because you just relied on them so long, and it's like, okay, now I needed that. I thought this was going to happen this way. Like, it's normal now.
I think we're harping on the word need. When I say need, like I said, I'm not thinking in the most drastic definition of that form.
Okay.
So, like you said, when we both single, we both want, let's use the word want instead of need. You want to feel wanted in this definition. Okay, So, when you're both single, you both have things that you want or desire from a partner. Right?
Yeah.
So you date. So you find someone who kind of lined up, not perfectly, but lined up mostly with what you would want, right? Just like you're on a football team. Each player has a particular set of attributes that adds to this team. Mm-hmm. So in a marriage, both of these parties have attributes that I want for my team. That person wants me because I'm a good leader, I'm financially stable, I'm good at X, Y, and Z. I want her because she's X, Y, and Z, yada, yada, yada. Or whatever it might be, because it's different for each person. Oh, okay. So you want each other, and maybe we just getting hung up on that want-need word.
Okay, that's probably what it is.
Because, I mean, don't nobody need nobody. You don't need nobody.
In the sense you saying...
unless you're making a kid or something like that, you need somebody else.
Hey, because
you can have a surrogate.
But you still need somebody.
Somebody else besides your wife.
And then I think it's more of like you need them for this marriage to work. Not I need you for you to do.
Because in that case you do. Because you still need somebody else for this to work.
I need the other person in order for the relationship to work. I need them to be. Because without them, there's no relationship.
Because if they not on board for it, then you're not going to have a relationship, period. So you need another person.
And if you want to be married, you need somebody else. That's the thing. Like when people say, I don't need nobody else, of course I don't need you to pay bills. I don't need you to take care of me. I need you to get married.
Like, you can't even, like, to me, it's hard for people who are like that to get into relationships with that idea that, like, I don't need nobody to do this. I don't need nobody to do that. I can do this all on my own. Okay, cool.
I feel like people who are like that are so willing to bail, too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like, if you go into it saying, shit, I don't need this, I can fucking go.
If that's the first thing you're going to say.
If that's what you come to, like, whenever y'all have whatever, I feel like if that's what you come to, then you're not really in it from the long haul. Like, you know that you go into a relationship with an escape route from the beginning. You're not even trying to work it out. You like, if shit get too tough, I'm hit that eject button and get the fuck up out of here. So I don't even like that mindset.
Because it's like you don't even really have...
You're not putting your all into it.
But you don't really want a relationship then. And if you don't want a relationship, you're not going to feel like you need the other person.
I feel like
you're not going to feel like that in a marriage either. If you don't want the relationship, then there's no point. There's no point in even talking to folks like this. It's like, nah, we just going to go. We're going to hang out and be cool. And
I feel like they like the idea of the relationship. They like the fact that me and this person stay together. For a lot of men going into it, I can get pussy whenever I want to because it's in the house with me.
In the house.
You know what I'm saying? Even though when you live with that person, it's totally different. You ain't getting pussy whenever you want to. But still,
it's never that well.
Yeah. So and then it's like you go into it with the idea of what this is, but when shit hit the fan, you like, I got my little emergency button right here. I can always hit it and eject if shit get too rough. You're not giving your all to it then. You know what I'm saying? You're not fully what the coach say. You're not fully committed to the program.
Yeah.
You always like, shit, I can transfer to another school if shit get too bad. You're not fully invested if you go into it knowing that you can get the fuck up out of here whenever you want to. You know what I'm saying? Going into it.
Because you don't need this shit.
Yeah.
Is it the same as asking for, well, I'm having a brain fart. Before marriage, you get this prenup.
I think.
What's up? What you? Whoa.
I'm saying it.
What the same?
Because it's. I'm saying because
it's that like you pressing.
That's why women get so offended of it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm about to say.
I don't know.
I think if I acquire my wealth with the woman, like we've been dating, we together, X, Y, and Z. This is me personally. I'm not asking for the prenup. If I meet this woman after I have my wealth and I ask for a prenup before we get married, that's basically me almost testing you. Like, are you really with me for me?
That was
before, because now this is the test on you.
Oh, wait.
Read my mind.
You just messed up, I think.
Nah, I didn't read my mind.
No. Imagine she asked you the exact same question after you bring her the prenup.
Bro,
are you with me for me?
Okay,
because now you're trying to make it about the money.
No, if I'm
you bringing me a prenup, you making it about the money. You're not making it about us.
Can I answer?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm fully invested into this relationship and they say, hey, I would like a prenup. If I'm really full in for this person, I'll sign the prenup. If she's a multi-millionaire, she say, we sign this prenup or we not, or that's what I'm wanting.
No, I'm saying it's a one-sided thing now. It's only that person that's in for the.
They don't necessarily mean that.
I feel like they just protecting their bread,
but
bro.
They don't know if you're into it because you're asking for the prenup.
We're not married yet, though. That's all on the front end.
He's saying, why is money an issue if you marry me?
Yes, if you in it for me,
no, it makes sense to me.
Why are you bringing up the money?
I feel like it changes
because you shouldn't think that I'm gonna leave you.
Yeah. I feel like at that point in the game, you have to protect your investment, regardless. So even if I'm in it for you all the way, I love you to death. This could be your final test. You playing a video game. This your final level.
You cut the wedding off.
She is now your investment.
You said what?
She is now your investment.
I mean, I feel you coming from. I'm saying in this case,
I'm willing to marry her is my commitment.
That's the commitment.
No, you can't say
you adding an extra layer.
You adding an extra layer because she's doing the same for you.
Wait a minute.
If she doesn't do it, then you don't go through the marriage.
Why not?
Prenup is an extra layer because
you wanted some extra protection.
We can get married without a prenup.
You didn't.
No. This is go ahead, Brandon.
You fully understand what
you
you're
can
saying.
get married without a prenup.
Correct.
You're not getting a prenup without a marriage.
That's right.
So it's an extra layer. Like you can get married with somebody and be like, okay, we in it for us. But when you add the extra layer, it's like you're questioning whether or not I'm in it because I want to be with you or I want to be with you because you got money.
But that go back to the check boxes that we were talking about. So if a prenup is one of she has to be willing to do a prenup. If that's one of the things that happen on the front end before marriage. See, this is my thing. That marriage marker. Everything before that marriage marker to me is free game. You basically learning the person. And so if she did feel offended, like, oh my God, how dare you? She has the right to feel that way. Because that's before the marriage actually happens. Everything before the marriage actually happens is free play for me.
Okay, I'm gonna say this then. Because I don't think it's fair. If you think of it like that, I don't think it's fair for you to wait right until the marriage to say something.
Yeah.
That's true. You definitely should be having this conversation before marriage happens.
Okay. So we think
I'm just trying to make sure it's known because you can't be like, okay, I'm ready to be married.
Yeah.
Now I'm bringing the prenup because you knew, you knew you had money before. He just said if you grow up together, you're not worried about the prenup. But if you had it beforehand, as soon as you meet a chick, you should be like, okay, first 2 or 3 dates, you should be bringing up the fact that hey, if we ever get to that far, like I might bring up a prenup.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, and I expect the woman to cut the fuck up. If you ain't never said nothing about a prenup, and then the week before we get married, like, hey,
I still feel
here's this contract. But like I said, like I feel like just like you said, that conversation should have taken place well before we got to this point.
I agree with that.
That way it's not a surprise. Anytime you spring some shit, of course you should be offended.
I feel like it'll still be an issue though. Even if
that's the thing. If it's an issue, like if it's an issue, we can just press eject. It's like first, second date.
Nah, but I'm saying on first, second date, I don't even know you like that to even think
that
like
this gonna work
to
out.
be like, I don't know if we're gonna get married. Nigga, we just going out to eat. Like, I'm not even thinking about it on that scale to even really give you what you're wanting from that.
Eventually,
I'm
everybody
gonna be like,
want that clear
I can see her being like, nah, I ain't here for
Eventually,
that.
everybody gonna want.
Eventually, y'all gonna talk about marriage.
And then when it comes up
gotta be first
again,
like 2-3 days.
it comes up again, and now she loves you. Cause on date 2, she don't love you.
I get what you're saying. So you say on the very front end,
You
she
tell her
might
that
say,
she
you know,
don't
I don't
really
have a
care.
problem
You know
with
what
a
I'm
prenup.
saying?
So you waiting on
That's
somebody? You waiting on the I love yous? Do you think that's a good
think
time
that
period to bring
once
it up?
that happens,
For
once
both people.
you knows that she's fully into you in that way, and you bring that up again, it's not gonna be like, oh, you remember when we had that conversation? It's not gonna go like this.
It's gonna be a discussion.
She might still feel some type of way.
Definitely.
But by the fact that we've talked about this multiple times before this step, now you have something to hold her feet to. Like, we talked about this multiple times, and now you want to act like it. It's different if you wait till the week of and say, here's this prenup with your lawyer sitting there, and she's like, what's going on? Now you don't have nothing to hold her feet to because this is something you springing up on her. It might be an uncomfortable conversation to have. Second date, third date, year 3, 4, 5, 6, right up to it. She might be upset every damn time we had this conversation. But if you've had this conversation before, you knew what you was getting yourself into.
Yeah.
So if you get an attitude, that's on you. We had it. You know, you just gonna be an upset motherfucker.
So you can't be.
I hate it. I wish you wasn't upset, but that's what it is.
So I'm saying, okay. So y'all both in a relationship. Y'all done been together. I'm gonna put 3 years on it.
Okay.
Y'all had the conversation year 1. Y'all talked about it.
Okay.
You even missed it year 2. Year 3, you ain't brought it up no more. Now you ready to get married and all this shit. You finally bring up the paperwork. She don't want to sign it. What you gonna do?
Cancel.
If that's a hard
That's a deal breaker.
It depends. Like, are you willing to go in without it, or are you?
Yeah, that's on the dude too.
Like,
It
depends on how hard your stance is on that prenup.
Yeah. But you have the right to counsel
Like,
it.
And
you really fell for it. Now you questioning whether or not you tripping or she tripping.
That has to be that's your individual, personal decision on the male end.
Mm-hmm.
Some people might still be like, man, you know what? I love her so much. I'm gonna gamble and roll the dice. We gonna do it. Some people gonna be like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm out. Because for me, I know me personally, if I had a lot of money before I met my spouse, my biggest fear would be, is this person really in it for me, or is she with it for the money? So that prenup would be a hard gauge, if you with me. And like I said, like Brent said,
I feel like only famous people had that problem because you
Nobody
can
can say
have
it.
money and like a woman would never know.
I think it's
hell nah, Brent.
How?
You can have money and just
You can.
Y'all
That's
don't just
that's
in
y'all
the
don't
beginning,
discuss-
maybe.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
In the
about.
beginning,
Like,
you can have money and she not know.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, that's what I'm saying. So you will know whether or not she in it for you or not.
By the time
She
y'all
know
get-
your finances,
By the
y'all
time that divorce
you'll
come,
know.
it ain't gonna matter.
Bro,
But
by the time she pop up with the kid, it ain't gonna matter either. She don't need to bring up for that. She get you for that kid, that's child support.
unless you got
These women be finesse.
no, because Bill and Melinda Gates, they had a special arrangement already set up in case this happens. It wasn't a prenup. They said and they got multiple kids.
That kid's grown though.
Not all of them, I don't think.
That might be
I think
somewhere
they
relatively.
wrong.
I mean, they older. They're not babies, but
Shit.
They
Shit,
old.
They old. It don't matter.
What do you think about the post-nup then?
The what?
Post-nup.
I didn't know there was a thing.
What's
the
that?
thing?
Yeah. You get the same thing as a prenup. You
Shit,
just do it after
educate me. I
y'all
don't
married.
know. Educate me.
I
I
don't know
don't.
shit about that.
Getting
I ain't
it
never
after
heard of it.
marriage.
Yeah, you get the
Oh,
get it after
it's just
marriage.
paperwork after marriage.
Yeah.
No,
It's
really?
like the prenup, but you just do it after you married.
I mean,
I
same
feel
thing.
like everybody got to do it. But then too, I thought the court dictates how much that person gets.
If y'all don't have contract.
No.
If you don't have,
This is not during the divorce. This is like
Oh, we married and
Yeah.
I just want to, hey, baby,
yeah.
I was thinking, man.
We decide
I don't
who's
want you
what.
to get all my money
And
when
you think that conversation gonna be easy to No, have that's in the not. prenup?
I didn't say what. I was
Wait,
just wondering how y'all
time
thought
out.
about it.
Not only is she not
I
gonna
wondering how
sign
y'all
it,
thought about it.
That conversation is gonna be even
she
harder
finna go
than the
through
Let me
the
make sure I know
conversation.
it. Let me make sure I know what I'm talking about.
she gonna divorce your ass right
I
there.
ain't
Don't worry
saying
about
shit.
it.
Don't
I'm
even
gonna show
worry
you what
about
I'm gonna show you what the fuck I'm gonna do.
it. Like, man, babe, I know, we getting divorced. We decided our separate ways. You want to sign a post?
But just imagine,
Like,
just
what?
imagine having a good day though, AD. Having a good day, your woman chilling, right? And it all of a sudden just dawned on you.
Yeah.
I don't think I want to give her a half if something go wrong. Let me get a post up.
What do you?
Man, what the fuck?
What do you think? What do you think actually sparks the divorce? Because you get to that, you get with that person, you so in love, everything going well, we grooving, we got
the
kids.
divorce or the postnup?
The act that triggers the domino effect towards divorce.
They say it's a domino effect.
I feel like a lot of people
say this is a bunch of shit that happened. He
you know what I'm saying? Because you so in love, and then it's just like this one. Because it got to be one first act that triggers it.
Even with it can be a lot of stuff that just pent up aggression. Yeah, whatever. I feel like a lot of people still don't go through to the divorce until they found somebody else that they know.
I feel like infidelity and finances are the first big domino explosion.
They say
finance is number one.
Yeah, they say fidelity is really not as big as people say it is. They say fidelity is one thing a lot of marriages get over.
Niggas ain't gonna play by that paper.
But
that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. Like I feel like at that point you weighing it whether or not I need this person versus like what does this person do that I've been getting away with so long, whether or not do I actually need this person versus do I just want to break up because he cheated.
I think the mindset of that person, you know for a fact you are willing to get a divorce when you start imagining life without that person. Like, if this person wasn't here, how would my life be? Like, would I be okay? Financially, I'd probably be good. I miss the hell out of my kids, but they can see me on the weekend. When you start mapping out how life would be and you still with that person, you mentally check the fuck out. You gone.
That's why you see on all these TV.
Your mental gone, your heart falls.
That's why you see on these TV shows, these mom be telling their daughters like, "Hey, before you do it, go put some money aside. Start putting your money aside now."
Oh yeah, when they be wanting.
When they be wanting to what?
When they want to get to the edge of divorcing, yeah.
When you get to that point, man, that's tough. Yeah. That's tough because then you at the crossroads because it's like, are you really trying to work the marriage out? Because technically,
once you start putting money aside, you're not trying to.
I'm gonna tell you because that's the case. You basically building your eject.
Yeah, you are.
You like okay, I'm throwing
like you already ejected. You just doing it a smarter way now.
No, I think you already wrote up the document said I'm about to eject. I need to build this before I hit the eject. Then we have somewhere to land.
You just holding it, waiting on some shit to happen. Like when you see people arguing, like on the old movies and shit, they'll argue about simple shit. They already mad or they'll want something to do. Like let's say I want to go hang out with the fellas, but I'm supposed to be hanging out with my woman. But I've been mad about this shit because I've been thinking about it over. I'm like, what the fuck? I can't go. She tells me I gotta be in there. I'm like, man, I'm finna be mad about some shit, so I'm gonna just leave. I'm gonna just leave. Man, chicken again? Man, man, goddamn, I ain't finna sit over here and eat no motherfucking chicken again. I said I wasn't gonna eat this motherfucking chicken. I said I was going goddamn vegan, and you got me in here with all this bullshit. I'm out, man. You know what? Don't ask me where the fuck I'm going. I'm out. Just to come over here, man. Like if people will do shit for that, I can imagine somebody sitting on wanting the divorce and just waiting on the moment. And action. Like motherfuckers just came up. Baby, you know the kids, Junior just got a damn D. And if it weren't for your dumb ass family, I wouldn't have even been in this.
But a lot of people do that in even just relationships though. Like they don't know how to break up with the person.
Wait for the moment.
They either wait for a moment or just create a moment. That way, I say, you know what? Fuck it, I'm out. Yeah. But the moment when even they just too scary to just go to that person like this ain't working now, X, Y, and Z. Because they don't want to seem like the bad guy. Mm-hmm. So it's like, let me create a moment so I can say, the reason we broke up because her trifling ass did drink the
rest of my apple juice? I know the fuck, that's what I'm talking about. Just selfish as hell. I got to do it your selfish ass every day of the week. You been doing this shit. No, don't touch me. Don't touch me. You been doing this shit. If it ain't the apple juice, it's the food. If it ain't the food, I spent that last little money.
Because if you think about it, nobody wants to be the one
to be the bad guy,
to be at fault.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. It's very few people that's like, yeah, you know what, bro, that was on me. I fucked up their relationship. I could have did better.
Yeah, I cheated.
That's on me. Yeah, I cheated. That's on me.
After the fact, though.
But I'm saying no. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. After the fact, how many people you know come out and just fess up and say, yeah, it was me? No,
Initially.
9 out of 10, it be people talking about, man, no, she did, yada, or he did, girl, he X, Y, and Z. If you ask about it, it's how many girls you know then?
Oh,
They come out and say it was my fault. I wasn't doing X, Y, and Z in the relationship and causing it to fail.
Maybe they do apologize right off.
Maybe they doing that girl group.
Hell no.
Hell no. What if that women group gassing that ass up?
I don't know. I ain't in that group.
You think
they be, oh my fucking God.
You think they hold each other accountable?
What the fuck?
Some women hold
I've never have I ever.
Man, some women
Never
hold their
have
friends
I
accountable.
ever.
I think it'd be the
A girl group?
I think it'd be
bro,
like
some women hold their
They
women
don't
accountable, bro.
They don't even like being mad at each other like that.
No.
That's a whole problem
No,
holding me
man,
accountable.
Man, some of these women out here real and hold each other accountable.
I hope it is.
yeah, some of them are. I think it's a small percentage.
Very small.
You're right. Some of them are. I think it's a small percentage. I'm
talking about a shit show small. Like
I honestly feel that they don't just come out and be like, yeah, it was me. I fucked this relationship. It's on me.
They don't even know what
I
we
feel
like.
A lot of times, like, girl, he did X, Y, and Z, and I was trying to make it work, but he wasn't being patient, and he just wanted things now. And that's how I feel like it's gonna be. I feel like they never come out and say what they did to cause the breakup to happen.
They don't even know what they like. They don't know what we like.
even if they know she dead ass wrong. But you gotta do what you gotta do.
I feel you, girl, because you're right. They don't want the attention.
They don't want confrontation.
No, in that moment, yeah, they gotta console her to make sure she's feeling good.
Why?
Like,
Is she fucking relationship?
Why?
Women go to their women groups and ask their other homegirls whether or not they the one wrong in the situation.
I know.
And they don't tell them
They
the truth.
don't tell them the
Man,
truth.
some of these women out here tell them the truth.
I know what you
They don't
right,
like
again.
it. That's
Small
criticism.
percentage.
That's criticism. That's taking his side. That's bullshit. Like
it's been plenty of times Bolin called me about something. I was like, yeah, Bo, you was tripping on that one. You wrong for that. I don't think it happens on the other side. I don't. And I could be dead ass wrong. But if I had to bet money,
Nation, I'm betting it every time.
Every time.
I'm betting it every time.
Every time. I don't.
1 out of 10, I might lose. But I'm betting it every time, bro.
Every chick in a girl group ain't gonna be the one to come out and call them out on.
We know we saying it's only like one.
Bruh, and she still
That's
might
like
not do
with dudes, though. Every dude ain't gonna call another dude out on stuff.
Bro, definitely.
if you
I feel like this how it's gonna
I'm
go.
gonna tell you the truth. If you was single, I wouldn't call you on a bitch.
But see,
But when you
I'm
get
holding
married,
you to a different standard, though.
You're on a different level now. Like, I don't even play about this.
Like even girls who are single and they be like, girl, fuck that shit, I'm on my hot girl.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't even hold they foot to the fire.
Real talk.
Cause it's like, I can kind of get where they coming from. But it's like, nigga, come on, man, at some point you're wrong.
I feel like
At some point I'm wrong, Bo. And if nobody tells me that, and I just keep going around thinking come on, man.
it's definitely gonna go like, girl, me and Austin just broke up. Really? What happened? Girl, what happened? For real? Yeah, girl. He did so and so. Am I wrong? X, Y, and Z happened, yada, yada. Girl, nah, I feel like long paragraph. Girl, nah, so long paragraph. Girl,
I mean, if he can't treat you like you want to be treated,
Wait a minute. He got to do the guy do.
And listen, the one that actually is gonna hold her accountable, no response.
no response.
She not gonna respond
because she don't agree.
Or she gonna say something
She
like,
gonna call her.
Or she gonna say
no,
like,
she gonna stay out of it. She like, nah, she not gonna want to hear what I
or
want to say.
she's gonna say like,
Wait a minute, he got to do.
y'all really done? She gonna say that because she know. She like, no, you did some bullshit. No. It's not like that. It's the shit that she wanted to say. She formatted it to this little ass, are y'all done? That's it.
Now do the guy group.
Same situation.
Yeah.
Guy group. Folk, me and so just broke up. Damn. Oh God. Stop lying, folk. You bullshitting. Nah, man, I'm dead ass, bro. Honest opinion, am I wrong? So. Bo, listen.
On Nation, that's how it's gonna go.
Listen, no lie, folks. Am I wrong for so? Bo, on God, your dumb ass wrong for so. I told your stupid ass about doing that shit. Your so. Like, I ain't gonna lie, Austin, AD, no lie, folks. There was a little bit out of pocket. I would have handled it differently. So it just go like that, man. But Bo gonna be the first one to call him. Like, go, no lie.
The initial text was perfect though.
Yeah.
That's so how it goes.
No lie. If that shit would have happened, I'd be on some like I coast it. I'd be like, cause I know he hurt right now. So I'm like, man, I ain't gonna lie for you. Your air was out of pocket, man. Shit, you could have handled that better. Bo gonna be so fucking blunt, like, what you think she was gonna do? Yo, dumb ass on. I'll cheat on you if I was her. Oh God, I'll do it. And so he not making you feel no.
She don't owe your ass shit.
Who the fuck you think you is? You don't deserve that shit. So like we hold each other fucking accountable. You know what I'm saying? Well, in some shape, some form of fashion, we gonna speak that real to you. I don't think it happens on the back end.
It don't even happen like I hear you. Like it's some shit that can happen and be like, fuck, I feel you, bro.
Yeah, that's how it be.
Yeah, you probably fucked that up. You fucked it up.
You could let that one slide.
Yeah,
No, you could have did something different.
You ain't have to go that hard in the paint. You kind of even if you was right,
yep.
even
if you was right, you could have
took it too far. You took it too far. I'll be like that, but it's not happening like that in the girl group.
No,
it's just not. You could tell by how they behave towards you.
I wish we had a girl on this episode.
Oh, yeah,
bro.
So she could confirm it. Like, what the fuck?
Right in the comments. Right in the comments how y'all be messaging.
They ain't gonna confirm
I want to see this shit. Like, text your girl group right now.
And say what you did.
And tell them you did some bogus ass shit. Just go. And watch how they just.
Oh, that's a good one, bro.
That's a good experiment.
I mean, I promise you.
That's
bro,
a great experiment.
I promise you.
We can't do it now because we all know it. But
yeah, but I'm like, damn, bro.
I can do it, but they gonna have my back though. I'm too solidified. I want to do it anyway. I'm gonna do it anyway though. I'll let y'all know. Shit, it's gonna be later on before I get to the
That's
story.
fine. We'll know.
What you talking about, folks?
I'm gonna tell Patrice to say she did something wrong.
Oh, in her girl group.
And say
I
that
thought
we
you was talking about
might
you gonna text
not
her.
be engaged no more.
And see,
See how they support her.
I'm gonna call her a little because she'll be confused if I text her.
Yeah.
I feel you. Don't get in trouble fucking around on some doing shit now.
She gotta put in her girl group.
It's
Don't
not
do
gonna
that,
happen
bro. Don't
until
do that, bro.
later. This episode
She don't need to
already
take no
be-
screenshot of it.
It's not gonna be out yet, so this is gonna be perfect.
That'd be funny as hell.
This shit will be.
That would be funny, but she don't need to take no screenshot of it.
Screenshot of
It's
what?
gonna look corny when she posts.
She ain't no way I'm
He gonna post. He gonna just tell us.
But I'm saying like the experiment is for everybody. It ain't really for, we
Y'all
already know.
It is strange to me though. If we actually be like, no, I don't know, folks. That we really do that shit all the time.
Yeah.
The fact that the first
But in
damn.
in our moments though,
Oh God. Oh God, that's how it be though.
in our moments though, we go left
And
field
Perry
sometimes.
definitely on God.
And then we bring it back. We bring them back down. I don't know.
We
why.
try to figure it out. We try to figure out a solution.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like
we ain't trying to just make you right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we not doing that.
and
We look at the
we
bigger
gonna.
picture.
I know me personally. I'm gonna break down the situation.
Mm-hmm.
Like I need to know what happened from beginning to end, so I can tell you exactly where you went wrong.
Yep.
Like it was right there when you told her I don't give a fuck and I'm about to leave. That shit right there made her feel some type of way. For
Yep.
you probably should never said that shit.
You said what? I said B.
You said the B word. You said it like that, fool.
Yo, I looked her right in the face and I said B. Man, this shit was fucking hilarious, bro.
He appeals differently.
Yeah, that shit. But nah, bro.
Nah, man.
Y'all gotta start holding these y'all
Y'all friends accountable.
y'all sis accountable, bro.
You said
This shit out
sis.
of this shit out of pocket, bro.
Yeah.
I'm tired of seeing it. I even saw this shit on the damn one of them judge shows.
Judge Judy.
Nah, it wasn't judge. It was one of the black. It was a woman. I can't think of her name though. It was a black woman though.
Judge Mathis.
That's a
guy.
dude.
That's a yeah. I thought that was a dude.
Her?
Mhm.
Anyway, it was a black woman, and she was telling this girl she was having the girl was having a kid, and she kept like being smart alecky at the mouth, and she was trying to find out who her baby daddy was. Neither one of them niggas want her baby daddy, and so I was just sitting there waiting on her to tell her how she needs to get her shit together and how she needs to go out here and find this damn baby daddy. But you know what she did? Cause that's what she usually would have did. She just go hard, you know. That's all I kept saying was.
Oh,
She
here
would
it
have
comes.
been a nigga. She would have told him he wants shit
That's-
and how he needs to work and how he needs to go out here and make sure he provide for this child. Man, she was like, if I have to, I'm gonna call you. I'll call you every day to make sure that you're getting your such and such stuff done. And I'm like, she might as well came down there and gave her a fucking hug because I was just like, damn. That's
Yeah.
the same bullshit that be going on.
Like that girl threw the apple at that nigga head.
Oh, yeah.
And then as soon as he did this shit,
To hear it.
yeah, he wrong. They said he should never put his hands on no matter what you do.
So what happened was
I was just gonna say. I didn't know
what
that.
happened was they got into a little back and forth, and his girlfriend picked up an apple and chucked it at his face in point blank range. They broke it up because he didn't put his hands on nothing. Then broke it up. He came back and they was basically saying that she need to apologize for doing it because even though they had a dispute, you're not supposed to act that way.
Yeah.
She was like, I ain't apologize for shit. And then he got pissed off and got over there and started choking her ass. Like, so
What y'all gotta realize is women don't apologize for emotion.
We know.
I said that earlier. What the fuck is
But nah, this is what I'm saying. Like, no, I'm saying like, men know how to look at the situation and take out the emotion. So that's why we're able to apologize about certain things. Women only gonna look at it like I was emotional in the moment, so I'm not gonna apologize for my actions.
But is that right though?
We agree.
Justified.
But is that right though?
I ain't
We
saying
talking
right
ethics.
or wrong, man.
I'm saying I'm just asking this right or wrong.
We talking
I'm not
ethics.
saying
It's
you
really
said-
not. It's really not a right or wrong answer.
You sound like a woman.
No, there is.
Ethics.
No,
It's right and wrong.
If you looked at it in an emotional state, you would be thinking the same way she is.
No.
What the
Nah.
fuck?
You don't think to hit that woman.
Because when
No,
you
no,
say-
not like that. I ain't talking about that. But I'm
That's
saying
the
like if you
emotional
do something over the top in an emotional state, if you
No.
only look at it in an emotional state,
I still can
you will-
address that as wrong.
I
You
come
gonna
at you
chuck
like
that
I
out
was
there?
dead wrong.
And think about this, Brent. When
but
outside
y'all
people,
not thinking about it logically. Y'all would be thinking about it emotionally.
So you gonna chuck that out?
Look,
So when
Brent,
she comes down her emotional state, I need her to say like, yeah, I was in the emotional
Brent,
state and I apologize
when you-
for behaving that way.
Brent, when you see something, when you witness other people's behavior, you're not emotionally attached to them at all.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
of
so
course.
you look at it logically.
Yeah.
Even women, when they look at the video and they like, damn, she bust his ass with the apple. Ha ha, giggle, all that shit. And then they say, damn, he did the right thing though, because he could have bust her motherfucking ass. And then I would have been talking about how black men don't protect women and shit. But he did the right thing. He let her bust his motherfucking head and then he walked away. That's a strong brother. That's what I'm saying. No, but that's a strong, that's a strong.
around with applesauce dripping on his face.
That same dude, that's a strong dude. He did the right thing.
Fuck, that nigga spitting out apple seeds.
But
Oh, it was a hard throw too. It was
I'm
a
saying,
bust.
That bitch splattered.
you look at that and you say, yeah, he did the right thing. But if everybody's just emotional, I couldn't even been emotional with that nigga and said, I know he wanted to bust her motherfucking head open.
Then the side of his face sticky.
Bro,
That nigga hurt.
That shit hurt. That shit hurt. It sound. You can hear it. Doop.
Fuck, you can't do this to Apple and the Crush.
real
No,
talk.
Yeah,
stomping you.
but, I mean, it is what it is. Though.
So I can see it though, folks. If a black man sit on that same elevator, right, and there was a guy who bust his ass with that fucking apple, how do they perceive that video? He's weak because he ain't do shit. And that same notion, she hit his ass with that same apple, bust his motherfucking shit. It's the same shit. Just take the emotions out.
And then too, emotions is emotion. So if you get hit with an apple, anger ensues. Anger is an emotion. So now I'm in an emotional state.
Y'all keep putting yourself in a dude's shoes emotionally. Put yourself in a girl's shoes emotionally.
Okay,
So,
let's
because
reverse it.
he
Let's
said
reverse it.
something
Let's
to
reverse
me.
it. Let's reverse it.
He
He's
said
upset. I see this. They just had a moment. Damn, yeah, they having a moment. He picks the apple up and busts her ass with that motherfucker. Can he too not have been mad enough to bust her ass with an apple? And would she have been a strong black woman? Had she turned the fuck off and did
Oh,
nothing?
I'm not talking about
No,
the
they
situation,
looked at it and
folks.
said, she should have jumped on his
I'm
motherfucker.
talking about the
I wish a
exact
nigga
same
would.
situation. Instead of putting yourself in the dude's shoes, put yourself in the girl's shoes.
I
And
wouldn't
do
It's
put
the
still
it
out of
apple.
pocket.
It's out of pocket.
I'm wrong for throwing the apple.
Initially, there was no.
We
That was
having a
having a discussion,
conversation,
and because you
She
wasn't,
felt like that's what was warranted. That apple.
What the fuck?
it was wrong.
If we're using our words to combat each other,
And
you
he-
better continue to
you
use
use
your
your
words.
Because he was dead wrong. He got up and slapped
if he
the
got,
shit.
if he got,
What? Just imagine he would have picked up that same apple
Chuck that bitch
and
right
threw
back.
it right back.
and now she got the applesauce.
Right.
Or caught them up.
And everybody would have been. And even if that happened just like that, right, if it would have happened just like that, he would have been dead ass wrong, bro.
I do think it's funny, like when women look at videos, and then the first thing they say is, "I never do that," and then you just be sitting there, like, "What? I know you've done that before."
like you're
like-
a liar.
Like
Bro,
you have
like-
a fruit basket to you next to you now.
And I know you'll throw apple.
Yeah, you throw drinks. I know you throw an apple.
You think I believe you? Or something? Are you saying that?
And then it's
Do you
hard-
want me to affirm that shit?
And then it's hard to say what you would do in that moment. So, like, yeah, you saying you want to do that now because, like you said, you're thinking logically.
Yeah.
So, in your emotional state, in that
She might
moment,
have just saw red.
What if she would have chipped his tooth
So-
or some shit?
I don't care how emotional
Oh, I
you is.
just
I don't care if
said,
you see
bro.
red. Don't throw the apple at me, bro.
Oh, if you see red, you just
I don't know how.
like, you defending yourself now.
You better just see red and,
But ma'am, that's what I'm
stay there. Don't throw no fucking apple at me, bro.
That's why I'm saying, bro. If we're sitting
Like
here
I said,
arguing,
you're
bro.
gonna be a mad motherfucker sitting right there. But you better shut down and be like, don't talk to me, bro. Don't do some shit.
Yeah, because I was just gonna say that. And we're sitting here arguing with words, fam.
What's
I'm talking about, I don't care what you say. I'm talking
get
about
punched in the face or get an apple thrown at your foot.
Bro, that apple might as well
I'll
been a
take the girl
baseball,
punch me in
bro.
the face.
Me too.
I don't
You
take
said,
that.
whoa, you said what's more disrespectful?
Wait a minute, what?
He said, "What's more disrespectful, getting punched in the face or her throwing an apple at you?"
Disrespectful?
How she
punched in the face?
How she punch you? It depends on
Well,
how she punch you in the face.
I am answering on some like pain level type shit.
How did she
I feel
punch
like
you in
the
the
apple
face?
gonna hurt worse than the punch.
Me too.
But you right on some disrespectful type shit. Going strictly off disrespect.
I can
Probably
see a punch in the face going way worse than that damn
That's what I
apple.
said, the punch. If we going purely off disrespect,
I'm talking about for pain too.
You too close, but you too close range for me not to
see the video?
know how to respond.
Did you
No,
see
I
the
didn't see the video, but I know a punch can land too, my nigga.
If we right here and you punch me versus me winding up with the apple and
you gotta
cocking,
see- you gotta
we
see the
definitely
apple.
watching baseball, Brick.
She can wind up with her punch.
If we right here, the distance
Well,
is
you gotta
short.
see the apple.
She ain't got to throw no
Oh, you-
jab. She can throw straight.
But I will say this though, Mo.
Man.
I don't know how reactive I would be towards her whole physical presence. Like what if she get you with a good one? Like she all in your shit and off response, I so red. I was angry. I just got this motherfucker in the headlock because that was my response so quick. I couldn't respond as bad as that apple come. Really? Just hit me in the face with that shit like she cold
between
caught
us
my
and the
ass.
apple.
Yeah.
She got time to throw the apple and run.
Yeah. Now I got decisions that I can still make.
Yeah.
What fucked up? You know how you. I'm about to bring some shit up. Everybody in the background started laughing. Like the shit was funny.
That shit not funny.
That nigga sitting up.
Mad dude.
No man is a motherfucker.
But he shut down.
Did he get hit with the apple or just missed?
No, she
Bust
point
his
blank
ass.
range.
That's why I said you ain't.
Yeah.
You ain't seen the video.
Damn, she
that
bust
shit
his
hurt.
ass.
That shit
Point
hurt.
blank range.
That shit hurt.
She had to play softball.
Oh, not only was
Fast pitch.
he was humiliated. And imagine if the apple hurt.
Folk,
They must have been in school or something.
No,
It was a boot camp.
It was a show.
Oh, okay.
And you just got applesauce just dripping down your face. And you just mad. Now you got to sit there you mad. You can't do shit with it because you can't put your hands on it.
But just like you shut down and
How
was
come
still
you can't?
able to make.
That's a conversation, Britt.
You can please self-defense.
All right, Britt.
I mean, if we
Oh,
talking,
you can beat a girl up if it's self-defense, my nigga.
You right?
Dead serious.
So in what instance?
If a girl started fighting you right now, you fought her back, you would not go to jail.
what if she was beating your ass?
That's my point.
Like
nigga,
we put it.
everybody, you can't just run away from
we
her just 'cause they
do, and you
female.
know, like we do always put it in the case of. Now she wasn't gonna just beat your ass. You can
Yeah,
take
you
one
right.
punch to the
Real
face.
talk.
Like, what if she was beating your ass though?
Like, on some shit. Or what if she had a weapon like a knife or some shit?
Oh, like I said, self-defense, you can defend yourself.
Oh, I'm not letting myself get stabbed.
Yeah, exactly.
I ain't gonna lie.
I'm sorry with you.
There you
I'm
go.
not gonna let
Here you
myself
go,
get beat
Britt.
up in the face.
Here you go.
These some grown folks, man. I thought they was looking.
No, dude. What the? Tahiri is.
Nah, she threw two of them hoes.
I just
And then he got up later.
He got up calm as hell. I was like, man, I'm gonna take to the back. But you right though. Men, just be careful.
Yeah.
Don't be out here putting yourself in situations to get apples thrown at you.
I was about to say, don't provoke it to where she starts swinging on you first
damn.
just to
You see
fight
how
her.
y'all do that shit?
Y'all defend her.
Y'all defending her again.
No, I
No,
said,
get yourself in
No,
check
I
before you
said-
pick that apple up.
No.
Shut down. The same way he shut down after you got hit with that motherfucker. She
bro,
could've
I
shut
said
down.
don't provoke her.
What the fuck?
You defending her.
I'm
not defending her.
You are defending her.
You should-
Provoking
you should
somebody
You
don't-
should provoke nobody.
That's exactly. Provoking means you the one made her go to this.
She could have been provoking you.
Like if you ain't doing nothing,
you
she
just
do it. Then that's
automatically took
different.
her side and
did you
said,
just
"Don't
see the
piss women
video?
off." You just said that.
I'm not even talking about this situation. I'm talking about self-defense.
Yes,
Period, my
period.
nigga.
Y'all
should
not
provoke-
y'all shouldn't provoke each other.
That's
Bro,
what I'm saying.
That's not
We
what
talking
you
about
said,
in
though.
situations.
Oh,
Period.
that is what I'm
If-
saying.
if-
You
If
said
I'm
don't provoke her.
Exactly. I wasn't talking about her
Any
specifically.
woman. If we at
Her
a
is a
gas
woman.
station and I know it's a crazy crackhead woman in the corner, I'm not finna go fucking with the crackhead.
But y'all, no.
We talking about,
Y'all are
he said
defending it.
self-defense.
No,
We're not talking about this situation.
Listen. Y'all take it to the extreme. They were having a discussion. We're talking about this as well. Okay, take it to the extreme so she got the right to hit his ass.
Yeah,
we didn't
They were-
say that
They were having.
situation.
They
I'm
were,
talking about any type of argument.
They equally were provoked.
y'all are both arguing. You ain't got the right to slap the shit out of him because y'all arguing.
He just clearly said we was off that. He was only talking about self-defense, period. Because I even brought was talking about I'm not finna let a woman stab me. We talking about this self-defense in general.
If you argue with a nigga and you think it's just arguing, that nigga hits you, you have the right to hit that nigga back. The same way with that
I'm
woman.
literally only talking
It's
about
the same
when
way
he
with that
said,
woman.
Don't provoke her.
He did say her.
He said her, and I'm like,
Yes.
Any woman that I get what you're saying. Any
I'm
woman
saying by him saying don't provoke the woman, he's taking a side.
We know in this particular situation, he didn't provoke her. They were sitting there having a conversation with words, and she decided to pick up something and take it there.
Mm-hmm.
We're not justifying what she's saying at all. We moved the conversation from this to any other situation.
Exactly.
And so in any situation where you know this person has the potential to provide a threat, don't poke the bear.
Folks, yes. I'm literally only talking about him saying her. If he would have said don't provoke people, I would have got it. When he say don't provoke her, he's taking a side where he's like, don't do certain stuff to women because you know they're going to act a certain way. Oh, that's bullshit.
Folks, if you know somebody's going to act a certain way and you do it anyway, that's provoking somebody. You shouldn't do that.
Them to the same standard is what I'm saying.
Like if you know a nigga will punch you in your jaw because you did something, you wouldn't do that. So don't do that to the woman. Just because a woman don't mean it's any different. Right, bro?
I get what you're saying, Brian, but I don't think, because I don't know what you're talking about.
It's not okay for her to provoke a man either.
My point, I didn't say it was.
That's why I don't understand the conversation. Because we understand that provoking somebody is wrong. But we were having, so that's why I stopped talking.
He said her is a woman.
We moved on from that conversation.
I was past it.
He
said her though. His bigger conversation was her. Don't provoke her.
Yes.
And that's
any
woman. He keeps agreeing with
it. He's not only saying her, he also believes that she shouldn't provoke him too.
He didn't say that.
Her equals women.
That's what he's saying.
But did you just say that women shouldn't provoke men either?
No, of course not.
But he didn't say that. That's not what he said.
I got it from him. He just
in my initial statement, no.
All right.
I got that from him. He said it.
I was going to say, I don't give a fuck. If we have an understanding, then we don't put our hands on each other. I don't give a fuck how you do the argument. Don't put your hands on me because you don't expect me to slap the shit at you.
Yeah, it's not right.
Yeah.
Even if you do provoke her and she decides to do something, it still doesn't make it right. But he's saying that, and it's all they could be.
I mean, like, okay, if y'all arguing, just keep it to words. But like,
keep it to words. That's on both parties.
Even when it's just words, like some provoking words that will trigger your woman, folks. Don't go there.
No,
that's what I'm saying.
No, because if we're having an argument, and you're saying whatever the fuck comes to your mind, I'm gonna also say whatever the fuck comes to mine.
Because I understand
that's nah, folks. That's wrong.
That's for the man or woman. If we are in a relationship, you shouldn't. The woman or man shouldn't be.
I'm not gonna say something to get under your skin purposely, Drew.
We should be talking about the topic at hand. Period.
Yeah, I get that. At the same time, if we've established in a relationship, we don't put our hands on each other.
We're not arguing about that. Of course, you shouldn't. No.
Listen, I don't give a fuck. Words. I provoked you with.
Words don't equal to hitting.
You shouldn't put your hands on me.
No words.
So you can't provoke somebody from words. You only can provoke.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Yes, you can.
I'm saying if we established in our relationship, we don't put our hands on each other.
Mm-hmm.
You don't put your hands on me no matter what. Like I don't put my hands, no matter you call me a bitch ass nigga, you a low down dirty ass nigga. I ain't provoked you to put your fucking hands on me because we don't. Just like
words don't equal to nothing.
You know when you had that we don't put our hands on each other through words conversation when y'all weren't emotional.
No, and that's the standard I hold you to when you're emotional too.
Well, you can't hold them to the same standard.
Yes, you can.
Just like
yes,
that
I can.
dude.
Yes,
so why would you say something to get on their skin purposely?
I don't give a fuck. I'm saying it don't matter the word. Because when I'm emotional, I'm not going to put my hands on you. We've created a standard for both of us.
But we keep going around church.
If you know these words specifically.
No, I get what you're saying. I'm totally agreeing with what you're saying.
If you know these words specifically would get under her skin. Wait a minute, folks. These words specifically would get under her skin. Why y'all arguing? And you know this. Why you arguing? Even though you're in an emotional state, you know this. What is the point of saying it?
I don't think you should do that. And
that's all I'm saying.
No.
That's part of provoking.
I get the provoking part. Right. You don't. Nothing I say should provoke you putting your hands on me. I don't give a fuck if it was your trigger. Because if you might use those same words that can trigger me, and I'm not going to put my hands on you.
So if her trigger word is bitch, and I say bitch in an argument, is it okay for her now to put her hands on me? Because I said the word she doesn't want me to say.
No, see,
I ain't saying it's okay, but if she emotional nigga, she do that junk, that's your fault. Because you knew that was a word.
I think you don't get this.
Because he was emotional when he got hit in the fucking face with the apple. I agree with both. He was emotional when he got hit in the face with the apple. He was probably even more angry than she was. And he was embarrassed. He was twice as angry, and he chose to calm the fuck down.
If you purposely say her trigger word, yes, you deserve to get hit.
And see,
this
is me.
Because you wouldn't do a nigga like that. You wouldn't provoke a nigga like that.
I'm not with a random nigga.
I'm not
I don't
with a random
expect a nigga to hold up to the
I'm holding y'all to the same standard. If you want to provoke a nigga like that, don't provoke your woman like that.
I'm not in a relationship with a nigga.
It don't matter, man.
That does matter.
Fighting, my nigga. She put her hands on you.
That matters.
If you won't say something to provoke a nigga to put his hands on you, don't say something to provoke a
Did you hear
woman to
what
put her
I said,
hands
though?
on
I
you.
said the standard that I hold her to.
And then
that's not the random dude on the street.
That's a random.
My whole conversation
That's even worse. My
it's
point.
not. It was never right. It's never right in either situation. What I'm saying is, if, for example, if you know, and I think words like bitch and you stupid motherfucker, like that should never escalate to somebody doing whatever X, Y, and Z. But what I will say is that if, for example, you know for a fact her dad used to put her hands on her when she was younger or some shit like that, or whatnot, and you say, that why your dad, you know what? I ought to slap you like your daddy did when you was little. You know that's gonna take her to a dark fucking place.
And
now,
she
is it
hit
right?
you after that,
Is
then
it
what?
right for her to put her hands on you? No, because we established that you shouldn't put your hands on somebody. But you knew that was a deep fucking cut. So she might respond a certain way after you say some shit like that. So I'm saying in the meetup, I'm not making it. I just said it. She shouldn't do it.
It's okay.
That's what we.
If you
He's making it okay.
But that's him.
In certain situations, he's making it
I agree
okay.
with you.
I just said she shouldn't do that. But if she does, you know that was gonna cause their reaction.
But that's
If
making
you
it
don't
okay.
know, if you don't know her,
No, it's not.
Wait
She
a minute.
shouldn't do that.
Wait a minute,
She
wait.
shouldn't put her hands on you.
Personally, I believe
If you're-
you should just take it and try. Like, if somebody do something to provoke you and they know better than that, they know that's your word or whatever, you should be like, oh, okay, so you just been waiting to say that shit.
Yeah.
Like, that's how I take it. I'm like, okay, so then you deal with it accordingly to that, but you don't deal with it according to hitting them.
Yeah, you
I
shouldn't
get
put your
that as
hands
well,
on nobody.
but
That's the whole thing.
I get that as well, but everybody don't react the same way. So if you say somebody trigger word purposely, whatever happens after that, you know what you just did.
You're wrong.
That's what I'm saying.
You're both wrong.
Yeah.
That's what we're saying. Like me provoking is wrong. Her putting her hands on you is
I
wrong.
don't care about right or wrong in that situation. I wouldn't just do it.
It's wrong.
That's just like
That's
if
what
she
we're
said
saying.
something-
You shouldn't
if
do
she
it.
said something that she knew would make you trigger or whatever you gonna call it,
Yeah.
and you hit her. Is it okay? Because she should have known not to say that shit to you.
Yeah.
No, the fuck
Oh
not.
my fucking god! I cannot make this shit up, man.
If she purposely did that, then yeah, that's dead wrong.
And so it's
But two
okay.
wrongs ain't making right. Her provoking you and you hit
Yeah,
her.
we
That's-
saying
So
it's
it's
okay.
okay.
I ain't trying to get to know right. I'm talking about what people actually do, what reactions mean.
I know.
At no point in
Like
time,
you can't expect a certain
regardless-
person. You
Bro,
can't expect a good reaction
The
from
reason-
doing something
that shit-
dirty.
that
No,
shit's-
this the reason we go right around because you have consequences for your action. Just as like somebody piss you off, they did the wrong thing, you shoot their ass in the face. Your ass go to jail, you get consequences for what your actions are. So no
I
matter.
ain't talking about the consequences. I'm talking about the
Well, that's what we're
situation.
we talking about ethics.
If you do something dirty, don't expect a good reaction. Don't expect somebody to just walk away from their drink.
That was a great example.
That's all
bro.
I'm saying.
Nobody.
They triggered you and you killed them. Your reaction was still wrong.
We said
I'm not saying it's right or wrong.
And what only thing
I'm not
I'm
even
saying,
talking about right or
using
wrong.
that same exact example. They said something, they did something that you deem disrespectful. They might have killed your brother, and you respond by killing them, and you go to jail, right? So that thing, what happened was definitely wrong. But I understand what made you do it.
That's what I'm
They
saying.
killed your brother, so you came back and boom, you killed them. Should you have shot him? No, you should let the law handle it. But I understand what made you go and do that action.
Exactly.
Is it right? No. Never. It's not right, but I understand why you did that.
Exactly.
The only difference between that,
There is no difference.
Yes, it is.
These
Yes,
are
it is.
reactions to certain
But that-
events.
No, because the reaction I would have for a random stranger on the street is not the same reaction I would have to y'all. The same reaction
That's
I would
you, though.
have
Everybody
to
don't
family
react
members.
the same
The
way
same
with
reaction
random
I would
person.
have to my girl. That's not the same thing.
But that's you though. Everybody's not gonna react the exact same way.
And I would hope that if that is your partner, that you would not take a personal dig that would make her snap like that. If you are her partner.
Cause it's gonna hurt worse than a random stranger doing.
So just like you saying,
Cause you know that's hers.
Just like you saying, you wouldn't expect her to put your hands on you because y'all established that we're in a relationship like that. She's expecting you not to take that dig because, like, damn, you know that's a soft spot for me. Why would you even go there?
Mm-hmm.
So she shouldn't. Her reaction is never right, but I understand what made her do that reaction.
Well, I guess this is the part we just gonna agree to disagree. Then.
All right,
Okay.
well, it is what it is. I mean, we ain't got to agree on everything. That's cool.
That shit's
You still
tough.
my friend. I ain't gonna punch you in the face with hit you in the face with an apple, folks.
That shit fucked up, bro. That shit so fucked up. But he did the right thing though.
Joker?
Huh? Yeah, he came back and choked the apples. Y'all keep skipping on that part.
That's what he was supposed to do, right? I mean, you ain't talking about right or wrong. That's what he's supposed to do.
Whoa, I ain't
using
talking about
that same example.
He's just
no,
reacting.
I understand why he did it.
That's
Is that
all.
reaction wrong? Yes, but I understand why.
I'm talking about the understanding of it. I'm not talking about whether it's right or wrong or not. I was never talking about whether it's right or wrong.
We all agree that it was wrong to do, but we're gonna keep going around in circles. It is what it is.
I'm
We
just
disagree,
saying
disagree.
every cause has an effect.
Well, this has been another good episode.
The nigga that we need to wrap it up don't want to wrap it up.
Oh, man, bro. I just had to sit on this shit for a second, bro. All right,
Go ahead, G.
No, like I said, follow us on all social media platforms, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Views from the Sip on everything. Like, comment, subscribe. We've been seeing a lot of y'all comments. Will this be out before the contest is over
And
with?
I was just about to say, congratulations to the 2 contests that have won. It'll probably be out tomorrow, and this probably drop tomorrow even.
I bet. So you'll find out. He gonna post it. And shout out for participating in the competition. Some of y'all about to get paid.
bro.
Finna get that bread.
And can some of our female viewers please prove our point right quick?
He can't let it
What
go.
I want.
He talking about something else.
I'm talking about the group. I'm talking about the group.
Oh,
How they
group
gonna just gonna have your back regardless of
I'm gonna say, fuck, I told you I was mad at you.
Just tell them you did something fucked up. You ain't gotta do nothing, long drawn out. Just tell them you did something wrong. Something that you know is wrong. Text it to them and just like a little quick snippet of what they responded as. I just want to see it. You can cut the names out of the group name and all that shit. Just send it. But as always, y'all ain't got nothing to say?
No, we
We
good.
through? We good?
We good.
As always, view.
What that fucking apple is.